Hey, this is Kiera, Mama Trying to Heal. And I don't know what, I think really this is more just a backstory venting type thing today. Um, this week, actually, the last couple weeks have just been a little bit crazy. I found out some new information about my ex. It was definitely unintentional, but I guess it was intentional basically on God's part. He wanted me to know. So, backstory is I'm gonna try and do a really, really quick backstory of us. Well, we were friends before we got into a relationship. We were together for 4.5 years before he broke up with me. He is the type of person that once his mind is made up, it's made up and you can't change it regardless of what you say or do. So when he broke up with me, actually it was a week before my son, actually it was the week of our son's second birthday and a week before our daughter turned 3 months old. So it was just a crazy time. Mind you, a lot of people didn't really know that when I got pregnant with my daughter, I was still battling with postpartum depression. And he didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to tell him what I was going through because I still didn't know what I was going through myself. So I think that was part of the issue as well with the postpartum depression and neither one of us really knowing what to do and how to get over it. Even with me, reaching out to a therapist and getting some help and reaching out to, one of my doctors and getting prescribed some medication, it still took a toll on us, and it also continued to take a toll on me while I was pregnant with my daughter, because once I found out I was pregnant with her, I couldn't take the medication. I couldn't really do as much as I was doing before. So it was a lot to deal with. So I will, I guess, give him that as well. But he decided that he wasn't happy. He didn't want to try anymore. He wanted to be happy, do his own thing. That's fine. That's on you. Well, now we get into us being, I guess, not living together for, about 3 months now. Even though he broke up with me basically during the pandemic. And it was just a lot of stuff going on. It really was. There's so much, and I don't even want to deal with talking about it right now, but probably in another video I will. It was just a lot of stuff that went on, a lot of stuff that he did, a lot of stuff that I did while we were still living together, not together. It was just a lot. Well, once he moved out, he thought everything was just going to be fine and dandy. He would get to see his kids all the time, which I was very accommodating with letting him see the kids, even because I work from home now, thank God. So I have the kids most of the time, and actually all the time, basically. And it's a lot. Any parent that is working from home with their kids, school age or non-school age, I know it's a lot. Well, he would be able to come on his lunch breaks or come on his breaks after work to see the kids, because I do feel that it's important for him to have a relationship with them. I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm just now setting boundaries on when he can do that, because I've noticed when he comes more often, especially on the same days, that, watch out, Luca, Rara's right behind you, on the same days, multiple times, then my kids act differently. It's like they kind of expect either for him to stay or them to go with him, and then I get the backlash of it. So I put in place to where he cannot come see them during his breaks anymore, even though he works really close and has a lot of free time. Well, not a lot, but he has a decent amount of free time certain days. He can't come do that because I'm not going to have to deal with that by myself, with their reactions to him leaving and them not being able to go with him. So I know he feels some type of way, like, oh, well, she said she would never do this, she wouldn't keep me from my kids and she wouldn't change this. But I had to think about it. There was a time where I needed him to watch them longer on his days that he had them, because I felt myself falling back into a weird place. My daughter is now 7 months old, so I'm still in that range where, I could, get postpartum depression. And I don't know if that's what it was or just regular depression or whatever, but I just felt myself falling into a bad place. So I reached out to him to help me with the kids a little bit more. Well, I got this whole thing of, that would mess up stuff that he's doing to help him become a better person. I get that, but at the same time, I have them more. I have more responsibility on me because of them, because I have them more. I have to make sure that I'm in a good place in order to keep them in a good place as well. So it got down to where I basically had to tell him I have to do things for myself to get better, to be in a better place. Because if something happens to me, I don't trust that you would be able to handle them by yourself. You could not do it. Even if you had help from your family and or my family, I don't think you'd be able to handle it. So I'm putting myself and my kids first. So now these boundaries are set. You can't see them after a certain time. When you want to video call and see them every day, I'm not going to make it a priority for me to stop what I'm doing for them to see you. Because in actuality, what you have to realize is, sir, with this breakup, with us not being together, and them living with me a majority of the time, you're not going to have the same access. You're not going to be able to be there the way you want to be there. I'm not going to continue to be super accommodating to you. Like when I have them and we're doing things, I still send him pictures of that stuff so he can still feel like he's in the mix. I don't have to do that. But because of the person that I am, I still want you to be a part of their lives in certain ways. So I still go out of my way and do that. You don't really send me pictures when you're doing stuff with them. So why should I do it? But again, that's the person that I am. I feel that, I don't want him to miss out on too much, even though he can't see them every day. But that's going to have to start changing. I have to start thinking more so. I don't know why my voice is going out, but I have to start going above and beyond for myself, not above and beyond for this person who I realize does not care about who I am as a person, doesn't care to get to really know me as a person, because clearly in our relationship, I see now he did not. He did not, because there's things that he thinks of me that I would never do. And he clearly thinks that I would. Yes, love. Oh, you got your letters. Good job. And that's the thing too. There's just so much with a breakup and kids. I really wish, because the things that I found out about him and the disrespect that I feel that I've been given, I really just want to cut him all the way off. If it was anybody else that did this stuff, I would cut them off in a heartbeat and not think twice of it. Phone number deleted, all messages deleted, all pictures deleted, everything deleted. But because we share our kids, I can't just cut him off completely. Like, I need help. I need somebody to help me with how to deal with these boundaries, sticking to them, and slowly but surely actually cutting him off when it doesn't have to deal with, even when it has to deal with the kids. Like, I just need to cut him off. I don't like the toxic person that he makes me when he's around me or when I have to deal with him, because I do get in a type of vibe or, type of feeling, environment, whatever it is. I get into this place where I'm just like, I'm a whole different person. My whole mood changes. It's just really bad. And I think it's because I know the things that he has done. I know the disrespect and the disregard towards me that he has. And I have to deal with it, unfortunately, because of the kids. And I think that's why I get like that. It's really, really sad. But I acknowledge it. I want to work on it. But at the same time, I want him to work on him too. So I don't have to deal with this so much. But it's a whole nother story. And who knows if he's going to work on it. But I just don't want to be in that place anymore. So now it's just like, I'm not going to go out of my way to show you things that are happening with your kids when you're not around, telling you about these things. Maybe unless it's something monumental, and maybe not even then, I may not share that stuff with him. I may have him figure it out on his own, or have the kids, maybe they'll do it with him, and then he'll get excited. But I'm at the point where I'm just not about to go out of my way anymore. There's no point. It's not reciprocated, so why do it? But I don't know. That's just my little venting session right now. I'm just really trying to figure out how to, I guess, not be the bigger person all the time and just be more in it for me and the kids. Because, again, I'm the only one out of us two that can, even when I feel like I can't handle it with them, I handle it. Because I don't know if it's a mom thing, an intuition thing. I don't know if it's because I carry them, I have this different feeling that I need to do it. Or it's that because I know that he can't do it, I have to push myself to do it. So I don't know. It's a lot. I'm trying to be a good mom, trying to be a good worker, trying to heal, trying to work out, trying to eat right, trying to stay prayed up, just trying to do it all. And it's hard. It's hard to be at 100% of the time. It's really hard. And I'm starting to be okay with not being at 100 so often. As long as I don't get down to 50%, I think I'm going to be okay. But I just cannot do 100% of the time. I cannot do it. And I'm starting to be okay with it. Still a work in progress, but I'm still working towards it. Well, thanks for listening to my little vent session, and hope you guys have a good day.